What's up, everybody? It is Mr. Grossarth, and today we're going to be doing lesson 8 from module 5. Alright, let's get right into it. So today we're going to be applying concepts and formulas to find the volume of rectangular prisms within given parameters. Woo! So what that really means is that parameters is like another fancy way of saying rules. Parameters are rules. So think that we have to find volume, and it's kind of the problems are giving us rules to follow in order to find the volume. So let's really take a look at what that means. So let's read the first one. I have a prism with the dimensions 4 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 13 centimeters. Calculate the volume of the prism and then give the dimensions of 3 different prisms that each have 1/2 the volume. All right. So the rules are, I got to find the volume of this, and then each of the next volumes has to be half. So in other words, that whatever the volume is of this has to be 1/2 of, and this has to be 1/2 of, and so on. All right, and then we got to find the numbers that can go with that. So let's break down the first one. So the volume of prism 1 is the original, right? So prism 1 is given to us, 4 times 10 times 13. So let's do 4 times 10 is 40, and then 40 times 13 is going to be 520 centimeters cubed. So now the volume of prism 2 has to be half of this. So what is 1/2 of 520? Well, you're going to tell me. So 520 divided by 2 is going to be, pause the video, calculate it, and come back to me. Now. Okay, so I'm sure that you found the half of 520 is going to be 260 centimeters cubed. So now we have to find what times what times what gives me 260. So I see a 0 on the end, so automatically I'm going to go with 10. Right? So then now, what 2 numbers when I multiply them give me 26? So I can do 2 times 13. That works, right? So I can do 2 centimeters. I can do 13 centimeters, right? Because 2 times 13 is 26. And then 26 times 10 is 260. Okay? All right. So now you're going to try and find this one. So pause the video here. Give me the volume, so half of 260, and you're going to give me the dimensions. See if you can figure that out, okay? Because I'm going to come back to this in just a second, and we're going to do this together. So pause the video now. And you're back. Okay. So half of 260 is really going to be 260 divided by 2, which is going to give you 130 centimeters cubed. So once again, I see this. So what can I do here? Okay, so think of it like this. What times what times what will give you 130? Okay? So pause the video here and try and figure that out. Okay. So what can we do? We can have 10. All right, so I see 130. No. So I see 130. So then I want to say 10 times what 2 numbers will give me then 13. So if I do 13 divided by 2, I'm going to get 2, of course. And I'm going to get 6 and 5 tenths centimeters. Now again, if you found another way, another 3 numbers, and as long as it equals 130, you're correct. My way is not the only way of doing it. If you found a different way when you paused the video earlier, that works and it's fine. Okay, so let's see. Now the last prism, I have to do half of 130, which is going to be 65. Okay, so now I need 3 numbers that will give me 65. Okay, so pause the video here and figure that out. All right, so now that I have you back, okay, let's break this down. So I see 65. I picked 5. Not that it there's really no rhyme or reason to this. Whatever numbers you picked work. 5 times 2, which will be 10. So 10 times what number gives me 65? 6 5/10. Okay. Let me label them. All right. And there you have it. So once again, you can review the Engage New York lesson. If this video is a little cloudy for you, I know that this can kind of seem a little bit more difficult. Promise you it's really not. It's just a matter of knowing your number bonds. It's kind of a review on that if you think about it. But you can review that as well, the other video. So let's take a look at the next one. Sunny's bedroom has the dimensions of 11 feet times 10 feet times 11 feet. Her den has the same height but double the volume. Give 2 sets of possible dimensions and the volume of the den. All right, first of all, it says it has double the volume. So very first thing I want to do is I want to find the volume of this. So I'm going to do 11 times 10 times 11. So what is 11 times 10 is going to be 110, right? So then I'm going to do this times 11. That's 0, that's 1, that's 1, that's 0, that's 1, 1. So I'm going to come up with a number of, okay. All right, so the key word is double. So the den's volume is double this. So then what I'm going to do is, double means multiply times 2. And that's going to be 0, 2, 4. So I'm going to have 2,420. And so now I have to break this down. So I'm going to do 2,420 is going to be broken down 3 ways. Okay? And how about I do 10? Okay? And now what I'm going to break down is 242 2 ways. So let's think about it like this. I can divide this by 2, right? I mean, it would be a really narrow room, but it works. So it would be 2 times, and what's this? 121. I'll tell you what, you're going to pause the video here and come up with another way. Let me know in the comments what you come up with. All right, guys, if you have any questions, watch the video, watch the other video that I posted, and take a look at this, all right?